I think some kind of brain-machine interface that can give you cybernetic superpowers, I think, is probably good. It could, help people that have brain or spine injuries. Enable people who've never spoken for years to speak again, which we've done. Give people eyesight who have lost both eyes or the optic nerve, or maybe have never even seen at all, blind from birth, by direct interface to the optical centers in the brain. You can actually restore eyesight or give people eyesight that they've never had before. And you can enable people to walk again, which I think is profound. I mean, these are kind of Jesus-level things, let's say like when technologies are hitting like Jesus-level miracles, that's pretty good.
Elon Musk has claimed that Neuralink's brain-computer interface could one day be used to restore impaired vision and hearing. In a post on X, Musk said the company is working on devices that can directly stimulate the brain by sending signals to areas responsible for sight and sound. Neuralink's experimental blind sight system targets the visual cortex, allowing people with vision loss to see again, starting with basic low-resolution images. Neuralink is also exploring the use of the auditory cortex to enable hearing restoration through direct brain signals.
The company's controversial founder promises even more.
As we advance the Neuralink devices, you should be able to actually have full body control and sensors from an Optimus robot. So you could basically inhabit an Optimus robot. The future is going to be weird, but pretty cool.
Weird, and with it, serious questions about future users' safety and privacy, but a way off. Neuralink still needs to do larger trials and share its data with the public to prove these devices are safe and effective long-term. Elon Musk, whatever you think of him, does have a record of success, but in this endeavour, he depends on brave, determined volunteers like Seb to deliver it.
And in some cases, users could even be giving their data away without even realizing it in the terms and conditions that they sign on their smartphones. But with the way technology is headed, we could see a future where microchip implanting becomes the norm.
I believe that I'm going to be able to use my microchips to do payments in the future, identification, tickets.
In Sweden, every shop, in every kiosk, in public transport, there are always these touch terminals where people either touch their phone or their wallet with a credit card inside. So this means that the infrastructure for making payments also with an implant are already there.
The question is, could this Black Mirror type of technology be implemented in other countries? Han's ultimate vision is to take health microchips to developing countries where healthcare systems are less developed, so that people in remote areas with limited access to hospital facilities can just send their health information to doctors around the world to receive diagnosis. But until that technology is fully developed, would you be willing to get a microchip?
Jalal Mansour has known nothing but hard work since he came to Sweden from Iraq 32 years ago. His military service in the Iran-Iraq War and the First Gulf War was followed by a struggle to build his dry cleaning business in a strange land. It got stranger still when Sweden went almost entirely digital, with very few cash transactions. Mansour is now one of 130,000 Swedes to fall victim to online fraud, having his savings account emptied of $15,000.
When we had cash, it was simple. You go to the bank, you take it out. If you lose it, it's your responsibility. Now, these toy numbers on a screen can just disappear, and the bank doesn't know where they go. Why did we leave our land where there were no freedom or security, and where people could deceive you? In Sweden, it's become the same thing now.
Swedes have been swindled out of $270 million in the past 5 years, often through the Swish payment and bank ID authentication apps. Cash cows for criminals in a country that's become world #1 for digital payments. But hard currency is making a comeback. The war in Ukraine has led to soldiers patrolling Stockholm streets and banknotes going back into circulation. That's after a series of cyber attacks raised the threat of chaos if digital payments stop working. Swedish authorities have urged people to have enough physical cash for a week's supply of food, transport and medicine. But having money in your hand is one thing, having somewhere you can spend it is another. It's quite difficult to find shops in Sweden that want your business if you don't have a credit card or a payment app.
You don't take cash?
No, I'm sorry. Major supermarkets are among those that still accept money, mainly from pensioners. Last month, the government said it would draft laws to force grocery stores, petrol stations and pharmacies to take cash.
If payments are going to work in a crisis or a war, then they have to work in daily life. Cash is important, but other methods are too.
How dirty is our money? The onset of the coronavirus pandemic is forcing institutions around the world to rethink about one particularly germy surface: cold, hard cash. This is going to be hard to hear, but according to multiple studies, microorganisms found living on the surface of cash and even credit cards range from mouth and vaginal bacteria to flu-like viruses. But what if you can make your daily purchases without touching a thing? Welcome to Sweden, where thousands of people are inserting tiny microchips under their skin so that they no longer have to carry cash, IDs, gym passes, and key cards to get into work.
I have 2 microchip implants, one on the right and one on the left. I got the micro implants because I wanted to be part of the future. I don't need keys, so I'm able to actually open the doors with my hands.
These tiny chips are about the size of a grain of rice, and they're implanted into the back of the hand with a syringe. And so far, about 3,000 Swedes have gotten them implemented.
So in Sweden, you can actually use it to put your train tickets inside. You can actually use it with Scandinavia's biggest gym chain, so you don't actually need to show your membership card. I use it personally as a business card, so you can actually put your phone on my hand and then my LinkedIn pops up.
So, who's behind this technology? This is Hans Sepian-Sjöblad, and he's the CEO and co-founder of Disruptive Subdermals. They're one of the leading companies when it comes to developing microchip technologies.
I first encountered chip implants for humans almost 10 years ago. I felt that this is a very interesting technology that we could potentially do some awesome things with. So I bought a bunch online, got together a bunch of friends, and we had our first chip implant party. The number one reason for getting an implant is simply convenience. It allows you to eliminate some of the clutter in your life. Implants can also be used for making payments. For example, here at Epicenter in Stockholm, we use our implants in different vending machines, buying snacks and candy and juices whenever we feel like it.
Microchips may sound too futuristic for you, but Sweden is expected to be the world's first cashless economy by March of 2023. But now, microchips could be used for more than just convenience. They have the potential to change healthcare and the way governments are handling the coronavirus crisis.
I am convinced that smart implants will provide a marvelous value to people.
The technology has already received special recognition from the US Food and Drug Administration, with human trials expected to begin soon. Neuralink has also made progress in treating paralysis with over 20 patients already implanted with the brain chip under an ongoing study. These patients have been able to control computers and digital devices using only their thoughts. In some early cases, users have even played video games, browsed the internet, and posted online, showing real-world use of the technology. Despite earlier safety concerns that delayed trials, the company has moved ahead after addressing regulatory issues.